You want me to sit over there? I will.
I might put you outside.
Not outside. Come on.
I think you should go outside.
Not outside.
Outside.
Tell us when we're talking.
We're talking.
Tell
We've been
us
talking for the
when
last
we're
minute and a half.
Really? You tricked me. Well,
Hello.
Hello and hooty 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 hooty. Hey!
That's really annoying. But that is who you are.
I work
so.
really hard.
Can't change who you are.
My petite's a little baby. Petite
My
sugar tail.
baby.
You want to go lay with me on the couch when we're done?
When we're done? Oh no, you're cleaning when we're done, honey.
Now I gotta do it in strides
There's no strides, exactly.
and pace.
No, you said strides, so we have a long
Hey.
stride after this.
He didn't think I was sick, really, y'all, and then I ended up having COVID, so I guess
No, I
that's
just think you're
validation.
milking that cocoa puff.
Why would I do that? Have you ever,
Because
have you
you
ever had
can.
people not believe that you feel bad? You can just look and hear me and know I'm sick.
Yeah, you're sick.
Hey, Paranormal Witch.
So glad to see.
Glad to see Paranormal Witch.
P-dubs on the house, in the chat.
I'm connecting to her from Florida to Tejas.
That's Tejas.
Dun, 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 dun. I like that. Beautiful fairies, witches, and pagans. Yeah. Hey, look at this.
Doop-be-doop.
Look at my petite.
They don't have video.
Oh yeah. She's so cute.
So we are doing a different setup today. This is a brand new setup. Thanks to the most wonderful Dragon Dancer and family we have. Okay, you're going to have to stop that.
I can't help it. I have COVID.
We have a new actual table. And this table has room for many people if we do come over. So we're set up differently today. We'll see that. And then eventually, we're going to set up even more permanently in our little area. But we're excited. Rook is going to go get the mead together.
Good morning, running.
You completely skipped Kayla. You didn't even say hi to her.
I didn't see her. Hi, Kayla. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've got a couple of topics today, but we're kind of changing it up a little bit. We're trying to be a little more conversational, I think, even though I think we do that anyway. We want to include more of you guys and your thoughts and processes. Even if you don't want to or can't join video or audio during the show, we do want to hear more about your experiences and kind of move them in to everything that we're doing. So that's going to be kind of a piece of it. So right now we are in we just finished phase 1 of our remodeling stuff in this area. So you will see us in camera in a very certain way right now. And then soon, hopefully in the next week or by the next show, we will have more permanence, and so it will look a little bit different. You probably will be a little further away. We have to mess with the Zoom and that kind of stuff. And I'm not talking about like the Zoom meeting. I mean the Zoom of the camera and that stuff. So we'll see how it goes. What else is kind of going on in general life? Last week was my dad's remembrance service. The week before, I was extremely sick. Better now, though. And this week, Rook is sick, so hopefully that'll get a little better, too. Mine wasn't contagious, asshole.
Wow.
He gets no sympathy from his man flu. And there's something else I was going to say. Oh, it just went out again. We're streaming now more, trying to anyway, stream games, because we've been playing a lot more games again lately too. So in addition to this channel on YouTube, which we're going to keep, Witchy and Pagan, our at least my Twitch channel, Mystic Salon, which we've streamed on before over the last 10 years or so. We are going to stream games over there and talk witchy content, but mostly about the games. So very excited about that. If you don't follow me on Twitch, you should. It's Mystic Salon, MysticSalann. and we'll be doing gaming just completely randomly, no stress, not trying to make money or anything, just like this. It's just something we like to do. I am having trouble over there with my video, though. For some reason, my desktop, which is way more powerful than this laptop, does not manage the video well at all. So I've got to figure that out. Manny in the house. That's awesome. Any of you are joining, if you're just seeing the live now screen, that is on purpose. The video will go live shortly. We're still getting a few pieces kinked out over here. So 12 o'clock or 11 o'clock on the dot Eastern, we will turn the video on. We've made some adjustments, some changes to how we're doing things, and hopefully it'll be for the good. One of the things that I really like is we have enough space now, and once we get the camera fixed in the right place, we have enough space to fit, as Dragon Dancer knows, up to potentially 10 people. So if we can get some groups together periodically, like maybe quarterly, we will likely be doing Roundtable Tarot, both from a in-person and remote perspective, so that'll be fun. Today it's just the two of us, though. Really can't have anybody over, don't want anybody to get sick, so that's, you know, trying to be very careful. So how's everybody doing? Yes, I know Dragon Dancer is sick of packing, that sucks. Especially sucks that you're leaving, but you know, you gotta do the right thing, and again, it gives us an excuse, for real. I just spilled pine all over myself. That's better. It is September now, so we're moving into some later times, and we're going to talk about that today. We're going to talk about Mabon, autumn equinox. We're going to talk about animals and pets and some other things, zoolatry. And then we're going to talk a little bit about dreams, because that's been a topic that Rook wanted to talk about, especially in light of recent revelation dreams he's had for work. So it's going to be very exciting. And then, of course, we'll end with tarot. We'll end with tarot. Ow, just bit my fingernail backwards.
Mead for you, Pedialyte for me.
Mm-hmm. What kind of meat is this?
Guava. What are all these people
Was it in the
talking?
fridge?
Yeah.
Nice.
What are all these people talking? Let's
All these
see.
people, these are your people.
Yeah. Dragon Dancer.
We've got a good
Manny.
group today. I'm excited. We're going to bring a little white sage here to get our day started.
Oh. Yeah, it's been busy.
Yeah.
For sure.
You're going to have to get over that. Doesn't that smell good, though, that white sage?
It does smell really good.
Excuse me. So...
Oh, where's my other one?
I got lucky. Well, other than being sick, kind of not feeling still well on my birthday, and then all the other events that have happened, it's been a little rough. But I'm excited. Yesterday, I got to have a good ride up to in the morning with Rook, and then a good ride in the evening up to the cigar bar with Run in the Shadows and Hubs in tow, which was awesome to finally meet the ever elusive figment of Shadow's imagination. So yeah, it's fun stuff. Rook ran to do something, and as soon as he gets back, we'll hit the video feed. I have changed some settings. Hopefully the sound is okay. Let me know if it's not, or if the background music is a little crazy. Just, you know, give us a heads up, so we can make adjustments if we need to. Same thing with the video. If you like it, don't like it, let us know so that we can make some adjustments to it. And then, you know, I'm excited to get started. It's been too long. We've had to skip a couple because of things in life. And we have taken it down to the first and third Sunday of every month. So if there's 5 Sundays, then it's a 2-week off. So it's kind of weird. I think May or June, one of those months was like that. So first and third Sunday, 11 o'clock is when we actually go live video, but we do 10:45 to kind of get the system open and talking and get things moving. I'll be making some adjustments. We will also be doing more videos like we were doing anyway. Some of those videos will be co-hosted or co-uploaded to Adius Dade's channel as well, depending on what the topics are. So we'll be looking at some of those things as well. So hopefully you're gonna. That's what I just said. Mm-hmm. We're gonna see a lot more activity from us on this front, I think. And we cycle. It's gonna get better for a while, and it's gonna go down for a while. It's just how it is, and we're okay with that.
Moose.
I'm okay with that anyway. So, you ready? Not that anybody really needs to see us, but hello.
Oh, hello.
Like I said, we'll play around with the Zoom and some transitions and stuff, so it'll be fun. And yeah. Yeah, fun stuff.
Hey, Manny.
It's just another Mystic Manny.
So he's got mead and I've got Pedialyte.
Because he needs some sympathy for his man flu.
It's not a man flu. Look. Like, if you're really sick, it's not, like,
Why
sympathy.
are you worried about man flu? It's man flu.
Okay.
It's okay to have man flu.
All right. Anybody's had COVID knows that it's not...
I've had it.
Okay.
And it was man flu then, too.
Okay.
You obviously don't understand what man flu is, so
I don't.
we'll let that go for now.
What does that mean?
None of
it
your...
feels like it's derogatory.
Oh, it is only to you. I don't have any time for you anymore. Let's move on. Jesus. So how is everybody?
Yeah, how are you? I hope you all are well.
I do too. Because I'm probably going to get sick now because you keep looking at me and coughing in my face.
I offered to go sit up there.
That might be a good idea.
I think the sage, I trust the sage to protect you.
It is antibacterial.
It is.
I'm hoping that the last booster will help, even though it's been way overdue.
My neighbor's gonna be mad. Oh, thanks, Dragon.
That's how it's supposed to be. We want to have a little fun. And
I love your table.
this table has such amazing energy to it. Like I'm telling you, it is just right here, and it's talking about pets later. VG,
Hey.
give us a minute. She's gonna knock everything over just for the record.
She will.
But she's magic,
She's a magic.
blustering magic.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us, Paranormal at Work. I get things are stressful, but I appreciate you taking that bit of time to spend it with us. So thank you.
We'll be your way in 3 weeks.
Ma and Draco are playing at each other. Like, it's cute. Oh, it's so cute.
What are they doing?
They're like biting at each other and wagging.
Oh.
And Ma's doing her little prancy dance. Like, come chase me. See? Like nipping.
Oh,
see
all 3
him?
of them. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, they're getting along well. But yeah, so as you can see, we've got a couple of tarot decks here too. Ziggy! Woohoo! Good morning.
The queen is here.
We need to play games. I don't know. I know I did because I'm stupid. I got the early release of Starfield, y'all. If you're interested in games like Starfield, so far, 100 minutes in, love it. So much fun. I've been scared. I have been streaming it, but I've had trouble with it on Twitch, but only on Twitch.
If you like Dead by Daylight, message me.
Yeah. Or Ark. Message.
Or Ark.
But no, so if you want to see
Sons
some
of Force.
Starfield later today, then hop in Twitch, Mystic Salann. So I'll be doing that. But anyway.
I'd be interested to watch that.
You should. It's really fun. I am having tons of video trouble with that computer, though. But anyway, as I was saying, we have the Dream Reading cards, Tarot of Dreams, which is an amazing deck, and the Druid Animal Oracle. It kind of goes along with the topics we're going to talk about today. But before we do, it's 11 o'clock on the dot. I say we should start with our first topic, which is our learning. What have we been doing from a learning perspective recently? I'm going to turn the music down just a hair.
Okay.
What have we been doing from a learning perspective? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
I'll go first. I don't know if you guys can see.
I can walk it up if you want.
No, I think The zooming will probably make you dizzy at some point because we're playing with it, but let's see. Empowerment manual. Oh shit. There. Yeah. See. Oh. So this is a really good book. So I've still been reading through it slowly, about halfway through, and I'm reading slowly because there's so many good exercises in it that I want to actually use in some of our group settings because we need it. Our group is hitting the point with the cups where it needs some group work. We're in our 6-month itch. But one of the things that's really neat about this book, or about Starhawk and the way she handles things in general, is that she uses basically a commune as the example setting, which is something I think a lot of people talk about and want to do, right? Wrong way. From that perspective, it's very helpful to kind of learn how you do the process and how you kind of work through working in group settings and working with other people and kind of trying to understand other perspectives without letting things go. A lot of it does have a very, what's it called? Learning oriented, academic perspective to it, which I was pretty excited about because I was thinking it was going to be really just Pagan, her Pagan experience, but it's not. It's very well organized. It's a lot about listening and how to work and the models. So really cool. I talk about it pretty much every week. As we go through and start working on some of these in our group meetings, we're going to do some trainings and some group anchoring and things like that.
Keep writing paranormal always.
Yes, I will agree with that.
I got to catch up on yours. Not feeling well. I'm going to look at some of yours today on Instagram.
I think you can have a moose as a pet. I'd have a moose as a pet. I think I'd be terrified of that moose because moose are big.
Yeah.
Meese? Mooses? Or just moose?
I think it's just moose.
Is it one moose, two moose?
Or
one moose, two mooses, or one moose, two meese?
I don't know.
I think it's moose.
I think it's
one
just
moose, two moose. I have 4 moose.
The same for all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 moose.
I used to work with a guy we called Moose. A really big head. The other book, moose is plural. So what's the singular?
Moose?
A mice?
A mice? A mose?
Misse?
Is it M-O-S-E? Mose?
Oh, did you know a group of chihuahuas is called a chattering?
I did not know that. Is that true?
So it's made up on the internet, but I'm going to claim it because it's a pack of dogs, but it's a chattering of chihuahuas.
Oh, meese.
Chattering.
Oh, also moose.
Also moose.
The English language sometimes. I think it should be most.
Goose, geese, moose, meese.
Or moss.
Yes, agreed.
Oh, me too.
Run in the Shadows. Not a fan of group work because I always ended up doing it all myself just because I wanted to get through it because I don't trust somebody else on many things. Meese is not the plural. I just felt like saying it. Meese. Meese is awesome. I'm going to call it Meese. We call it what the hell we want, right? We can do what we want. So if you're in a group and you want to learn a little bit about group work for yourself too, that's a really good way to do it. This is a great book, and I highly recommend it. Like I said, I'm still working through it. The other book that I found pretty awesome that I didn't realize I was going to like as much as I do is The Kybalion. This is the Kybalion Hermetic Prophecy, 3 Initiates, Centenary Edition. So this is not the actual, per se, just the Kybalion written. It is lots of commentary, discussion, and interaction with it. This is a great book for a beginner, I think. And I have found that almost 100% of it resonates with me and fits in my my thought processes and my the way I'm learning stuff. But it's not descriptive like a dogma. So as I dive and talk to more people who are left-hand path, I find myself doing a lot more left-hand path stuff. This fits that. As I know and work with more people who are Wiccan, which I have my own issues with at some points just because of personal ideas, I'm starting to like and understand it more through this. Same thing with just eclectic paganism. This is really helping understand that process. So it's really good. I'm excited about this. This is one of my favorite things. I really think that it's been helpful in just so many different ways. So that was really cool. But those are the 2 learning things I'm doing, and I'm spending a lot of time on YouTube lately. learning about work-related stuff, like nursing and memory care, and kind of going deeper into that from a different perspective.
I'd like to talk to you one-on-one, paranormal.
He's on a track.
I'll have to give you a call. I want to hear about that with what they're giving me a hard time about.
Yeah.
I personally, I felt blocked, and I just haven't dedicated the time to learning, really spiritual time. And I feel like I don't want to be in a group lately. I really want to take that time to reconnect myself with my spiritual stuff.
Passel opossums.
So I haven't started yet, but I do have a UFO hotspot compendium, and this is by Greg Campobasso, and it's all the places to visit before you die or are abducted. And then Dragon Dancer's recommendation, The Poison Path Herbal by Covey Michael.
Don't worry, she's not in the smoke.
So
Okay.
a group of possum is called a passel. Good morning, Kelvin.
Passel opossums. Morning, Kelvin.
So,
Bless
excuse me.
you.
I'm gonna have.
I know it's strong. It'll
I'm
stop
gonna
in a minute.
have to scoot over in a minute.
Well, you should. I don't want to get sick. And that hand you just sneezed.
Huh. This one
Yeah.
didn't. Gotta go wash my hands. I'm gonna go wash my.
There's sanitizer in the kitchen,
Okay.
I think. I'm not very empathetic at the moment. This last week has not been an
You
empathetic.
accused me of not being sick.
I did not. I just said you had the man flu. I accused you of milking it, and that I did. If it burns, it's working. It burns. Never mind. That's inappropriate for this topic of discussion. So what was I going to say? Oh, before we kind of go deeper into the topics, I'm really excited about what Rook is reading, because he's reading things and picking books that I would never have normally considered, and now I'm kind of seeing myself considering those books, and I'm getting kind of excited because I'll get to read things that I may not have otherwise read. So yeah, what was I going to? Oh, the Wiccan issue. So just to express a little bit of why, what my issue has been. I spent a good, I'd say about 10 years studying and practicing Wicca for myself, and I developed a really comfortable practice, and I really enjoyed it. And one of the reasons why I left being specifically Wiccan was because other Wiccans just were hammering me, telling me, oh, you're doing it wrong, it's not okay, this is wrong, you have to do this you have to do, you can't be a Wiccan if you didn't do this. And it was a nightmare. It wasn't other people, it was other Wiccans that were giving me a hard time. So I just, then I started doing eclectic and being a little bit more open personally, open in learning and practice and stuff. And then I eventually, most recently, have been adding in pieces of Left Hand Path, mostly from the Uncle Setnack's Guide to the Left Hand Path, which is an amazing book. If you haven't read it, it's really good. But a lot of those processes, like I said, even with the Kabbalion, fit in with that. So yeah, that's kind of the thing. That's kind of the deal that we're working through here. Sorry about the move and pan here. Just getting us back to where I wanted. I got to get some settings here that are right. But anyway, that's kind of the idea. Anybody reading anything super exciting or watching something on YouTube that you really want to share, please share the link or put it in the chat. We want to hear what you're doing and learning and kind of taking in, no matter what it is, because that's just a fun part of life is finding and learning new things. So while we are waiting for Rook, I about got scared. I thought all my stuff closed, and I'm in the wrong browser. But yeah, what is everybody else doing? Anything fun? Like I said, I'm doing a lot of what do you call it? Work-related learning. Oh, Dragon Dancer. Yes, I have it too. I'm so excited. I want to go back though and read the previous one just a little bit and like just look at my highlights and notes, and then I want to start that. But I'm going to start that as soon as Kabbalion is done. Kabbalion is taking me a while too. I'm kind of slow walking it because there's so much really good stuff in it that I'm trying to learn. But yeah, so super cool there. Great book. I hope the first one was. I know this one's going to be good. Yes, Animal Speak by Ted Andrews regarding today's topics. Absolutely. We actually have
Ooh, Ted Andrews.
that book behind us and the Animal Speak deck.
Ryan Smith's new book, Spinning Weird. Oh.
We have it. Ryan Smith writes very conversationally. It's one of the other things that I really like.
I like those. Oh, they think you're worse of Lucifer? Well, you could be Luciferian. I mean,
Nothing wrong with that.
they're crazy. It's very Catholic oriented to me, but it could be.
I was just looking to see anything that's on here, but there really isn't. I don't. That's kind of the same thing with your job. It's not about what is the end thing that you're doing. He just peed on my bag. Don't worry about it. We'll get it later. Draco. New puppy's not doing very well. He's peeing on lots of things.
He's a bubby.
But yes, thank you for the Animal Speak recommendation. That's a good one. I like that one.
Beach.
I have the book Manny. Actually, yep, that's a good one. Okay, Kelvin.
Dark Gate. Ooh. Finished watching Wonder Woman. Oh, that's a good one.
Nice. I want to see that. I think there's a movie called Hidden Figures. Is that what I said it was? I think it's called Hidden Figures that I really want to watch today. That's got a lot of good reviews, so we might do that. I really like that though. I'm gonna have to look that up. Dark Gate, Key to the Left-Hand Path. Okay.
But Andaku Amelatu.
Yeah, we'll have to look that up.
Have to look that one up, Kelvin.
There's obviously, or honestly, I should say, not really a lot of current events going on. That's something we added to our list. Nothing that just sticks out, to be honest. And let's look at just real quick.
About women in science.
Yes,
I think it is, right?
It is.
Yeah.
That is correct. It is, and I just I saw an excerpt from it, and I've seen it 1,000 times. I shared it earlier. Every time I see it, I cry. So I really want to watch the movie because it just seems.
I just saw. I like how you have the cards in front there.
Yeah,
The
I'm pretty handy when it comes to this.
Yeah.
Some of the witchy related news, which I thought was cool. Witchy markets are growing across the U.S. South, from Texas to Florida up to Virginia, despite burn in hell protests.
On the road to Goddess. Oh.
On the road to who?
I'm reading the wrong thing. Sorry.
Yes, you are. That's normal. Are we back on track here? Oh, the original Wonder Woman TV shows. Yes, that's awesome. We should watch that too.
We should.
VG, please hush.
I like when she spins.
Yeah. So when the protests are out there, there was one pastor that said, we're not protesting and we're saying burn in hell. What we're doing is preaching. I'm like, that is definitely not the preaching that I want to be around. Ever. So, I like seeing the witchy markets growing, and it really makes me want to go to more of them in person as we go across the states and just do stuff, because it's hard to go to work when you see that stuff. Like it's really shitty.
Yeah, baby.
If you wonder where we get the witchy news from, it's really from the wildhunt.org, one of the best places to get it for. There are other ways to do it, but they're not always really good. But that's really the only thing that I saw that was kind of stuck out or jumped out at me. There was one about assault on a pagan owner at a pagan shop. Might be considered a hate crime, and this was in Ohio, College Corner, Ohio. The Sunday before my birthday, which would have been the 27th, 5 p.m., a gentleman who was working at the store, owns the store, was assaulted after a neighboring tenant living upstairs at his shop. He was clearing trash and debris, weeds, that kind of stuff. And then this guy came down and was apparently very nasty. And yeah, not good. Ooh, there's some fighting. So go support your local shops, even if you buy something that's $1. Even if you just go there to show them support, like we want to do. At least I do. I don't know if Rook cares.
I do care.
I'm just kidding. I know you care. Anybody have any? Yeah. Oh, so how close?
Cleveland.
Do you know that area, like where that is? College Corner, is that in Cleveland? Because I actually have a couple facilities in Cleveland. I was there recently. I was at Metro Health Center. So, yeah. You know, surprisingly, Dallas, that area was pretty open, I think. Like right in the city. Probably the same in like the actual cities. Like here in Fort Myers, we have like 3 or 4, and I don't know that they ever get that much issue.
Ooh.
Not that I've heard of anyway, but it's just sad. Look at this little monster.
Hey, my petite.
I got a little monster.
Her name is my petite. What's that?
Little monster.
Hello, baby. You okay?
Just making sure everything is still working properly. Yes, it is. Okay, good.
Yeah, I heard they're moving. I saw that too, Manny.
Who's moving? Oh,
They're
Curious
looking for a
Cauldron.
new place. Yeah.
I'll be honest. I went to their that thing on Facebook, and there are some people that love it, and there are some people that say that they're very rude. I had a pretty negative experience there.
Oh, really?
It wasn't expressly negative, but it was like, remember we went in and we was like, it just doesn't feel right. And
We're
we
at
left.
the mall?
Mhm.
No.
They didn't even say hi to us. They just kind of ignored us.
Oh.
Yeah. Not that I'd complain about that. Like, it's fine. You're probably busy. Like, I just don't take it personally. But somebody else did, and they had an argument. But I do miss where they were originally. I thought that shop was really cute.
Yeah, I like the little space.
I don't necessarily like the idea of a witchy store in a mall because I don't like going to malls. You know?
Yeah,
Although-
they'll end up.
Although it is nice to have them in the mall because that shows a little bit more of a mainstream ability. But the mall did not renew their lease, so I don't know what the deal is there. Yeah.
Huh.
Usually people love them or hate them. I think they were a little overpriced on some things, but it's still a cute store. We bought some
It's very
gems
cute.
and things from them, that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, so fun times. I'm gonna have to check out some of this. So next time I go to Cleveland, which probably will be in a month or so,
Spirit of Apotheosis?
I am going to check that out. I don't know how close Bedford is to Cleveland metro area, but the place I stay is about 3 miles outside of Cleveland metro. Is all I can remember. So yeah, fun times. I've got to start remembering to put some time pauses into because of the delays. I keep forgetting that and moving on too fast. So I'm working on that.
Let me see you work.
I want to do a delay check. So I'm just going to say something, and as soon as I say it, I'm going to say yes. As soon as you hear me say it, then can you just type yes in the chat? Yes. See how long it takes. It's really sad how long the delay is, and this is on low latency on our end. So we might want to change up some stuff.
Oh, okay.
So about 5.5. That's not bad. 5 to 10 seconds. Thank you, guys.
Hey, Joy.
Hey, Joy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to move on to the celebrations part of our discussion. As you can see, we've changed things up just a hair. So this dog is getting heavy.
You want me to take her? What on?
Look how comfortable she is. Yes, hugs, Joy.
Hugs, hugs.
I would say, like, I lied when I said you're always welcome over, Joy, Dragon, and everybody. And Dragon and Manny aren't gonna be around, but nobody can come over today because somebody decided to have COVID.
Well, believe me, it wasn't my choice.
Yeah, it was. You asked for it.
I wouldn't want to sit here and be feeling like this since Friday.
Well, who cares if it was COVID or a cold, though? That's my point. You're taking it the absolute incorrect way, but whatever. It's what you do. Don't touch me.
Well, I love you. I'm sanitized. Let me love on you.
I don't want to get sick.
Decided. Yeah,
Chose.
right. Decided.
Picked it out of a lineup. Wanted to talk a little bit about fall equinox. And then we'll get into our topics because we got 8 minutes before we want to get to that topic.
Harvest. Let me smell
So
this.
the thing about fall equinox for me is, again, when we talk about equinoxes and solstice, to me, those are all four of them are related to balance. Now, we know solstices aren't about balance, right? Because they're not balanced time frames. They're longest day, shortest day. But that's still about balance. That's still representative on the continuum of balance. So when we hit fall equinox, we're talking about equal day, equal night, and we're equal time from our two solstices, from our longest day and shortest day. And much like the waning full moon, which we are also in a waning full moon time frame, we also are entering that same time frame in the season. So we are waning down all the way through to Yule, to our next solstice, right? And that's really important to know that, to me anyway, in my practice, to know that waningness. So this would be time, really strong time actually, to do magic that brings about balances, but is also about contracting to a balance. So purging, right? We're in, again, waning gibbous moon, so we're full and we want to go smaller. And we're in the season right now where we're heading towards Mabon. We are still protuberant in the season and we're getting smaller. And so as we do that towards the equinox, on the equinox, we'll celebrate the balance of those things as we finally find the right level and mix of what we have been purging or waning from, right? And that is really what Mabon is about. And I'm very excited. It is my favorite time of the year. It's many people's favorite time of the year. I agree absolutely. Dragon Dancer. Fall is just beautiful. It is just my place. So really excited.
Yeah, Joy. I bet Bees Herbs would fix me up.
Yes, we need to make some Tulsi and elderberry.
Make some tea for sure. I love fall.
So it's really nice to again, just my personal practice. It's not that everybody has to feel that way. Some people don't even celebrate the turn of the year, and if you're not one of those people, that's fine. But I like that because it reconnects, makes me feel like I'm paying attention to what's going on. Last night when I was driving home on the motorcycle, I saw the moon, right? And the moon is in the protuberant waning stage. Gibbous, protuberant meaning the same thing to me. I think of a pregnant woman. Moon is very feminine energy, so you think of post full moon being fully pregnant and then giving birth and going back to the stage of no moon, which would be the same as winter. And so we're drawing that down. We're losing that piece of what we grow. And going to Samhain, also best time of the year, but Mabon. Mabon is named after an individual in lore, but
a god.
I'm not going to really, the child god, I'm not really going to focus on that too much because we'll have a couple of shows before Mabon actually occurs. So that's kind of like my little discussion about the fall equinox, just from a non-really religious. If you don't follow it, then know that this would be the time where we're checking our stocks and making sure, okay, this is the last chance we have to really fill our coffers and make sure we have enough food to last us through the winter, and this is where we're going to know whether we're probably going to make it or not. And that's very important, even though we're detached from that, but to know this is where our ancestors would be doing in this time of year, that's important. We want to pay attention to that cycle. At least that's how I feel. I did bring with me a couple of really pretty altars that I would like to share.
I need to do a Mabon altar for sure. pretty.
So these are all taken from the internet. I just literally Googled Mabon altars and found some that I really thought were pretty.
That's beautiful.
So what you see here, this is almost more Samhain, towards Samhain, but it's gourds, it's fall harvest, it's pumpkins, it's acorns, things like that. It's just gorgeous. This one is a little bit more religious. I like the peacock feathers because the representation of avant-garde as you're waning through. So it still brings that list. The double bowls representing the womb. Looks like some tea, perfunctories, and some dragons. But just a really pretty altar that's different than what I would have expected.
That's pretty.
Some other, just really, that whole scene right there is just gorgeous to me. And then the last one, which is probably one of my favorites. I really liked this one because, let me see if I can make it a little bit bigger. Because it's outside.
Oh, yeah?
It's by a tree. It's in the mulch. That's where it really should be. Now, we'll caution you, if you're using what appears to be faux food here, that is a very bad idea to leave it out. You don't want to leave out fake flowers, fake fruits, plastic, stuff like that. For a picture like this, it's pretty. But if you're going to do an altar like this, I would recommend using real fruits and things, and then allowing the animals to take it. That would be my take on it. But just some really, really pretty altars that I found. And so, thought I wanted to share those with you guys. It just was so pretty to me. Representations can really range from so many things. And, you know, ultimately, one thing that I have found is being outside for any reason has really stoked my desire and need to kind of be a part of things. It's hard in Florida when it gets so hot and humid, but there are times in the early morning, late evening where we can go and experience outside comfortably. And even though we've lost our trees from the hurricane last year, I think this might be this might be the fall equinox decoration, might be the one where we start regrouping our outdoors altars and stuff like that. So just some really pretty ideas. If anybody has any other ideas that you didn't see in the pictures that you wanted to expound on, I'd love to hear them. What are you guys putting on your fall equinox altar? I have a cornucopia, which I just love, a woven one, and I like that, and I like fall leaves that I collect from around when I travel. So we don't really get a lot of fall colors in Florida. So like when I'm in Maryland or Ohio or Michigan, Illinois, anywhere relatively up north, even Jersey has some beautiful areas, pulling down some leaves and putting them together. But what do you guys use? Oh, and yes, Dragon Dancer, last night was nice. When I left around 10:30, I think we left the cigar bar, and riding the motorcycle was beautiful. Or it's not really a trike, the reverse trike, but it was just beautiful. What you doing? What you doing? You paying? What's going on, Ma? You see something? I don't know where he went. He just left. Just up and left. You coming back?
Yeah, I'm coming. We'll get some water.
Good. Yeah, because you guys have been working hard getting all that stuff packed. That's craziness.
Get some water.
You get a blanket? Are you cold?
I'm freezing.
You just said you were hot.
I know.
Like 5 minutes ago.
No, I'm freezing.
But I think you can take Ma now. She's interested.
Come here, Ma. Come here. Come here, baby.
There's your baby Ma. Oh, my arm. And that's my
I gotta
back
catch
shoulder.
up. Sorry, have a question. Guest visiting. Oh yeah, for fall equinox. Whoop whoop. Beautiful altar. Those are beautiful. Let me see what they're saying. It was nice yesterday morning out, Dragon, too.
Paranormal, have you thought about getting like maybe like an Altoids can or some small tiny box to make just a couple of trinkets in that represent those things to you? Or you can do an altar that's not an altar, that's just like a shelf. We actually have a shelf dedicated to other things. And you can put things on there that are decidedly not necessarily pagan and can be very Catholic. The 4 colors of candles.
Luciferian is kind of Catholic-y.
Yeah, it is.
It's very like that.
But yeah, I like the Altoids can thing.
I do too. That's a good idea.
But you need to start keeping your Altoids cans because I want to do that. And literally, like what I would put in is like a dried blueberry to represent or water, A little bit of soil or salt for earth. Some of the ash for air to represent the smoke. And then a little teeny baby chime candle. And that's all you really need. You could do that. I think that's fun.
She's like, yep. She's like, oh, you have a blanket now.
Yep, it'll be off in a minute.
Petite. Come on, let me fold you.
So yeah, we'll talk more about fall equinox next time.
And
yes,
in between that time, I want to work on an altar.
Outside.
Outside? Okay.
And inside.
Yeah.
I'm
thinking that little bitty table right there for an altar.
We don't need
inside.
another altar.
I know, but
I think what I'm going to recommend is either we do our main altar and start redecorating that with different things, or we put something on each of our altars to kind of represent the fall.
Pocket altars.
I love pocket altars. I have bad experience with buying them. I bought 2 of them and they never came, and then I bought a 3rd one because I just like, I'm getting this damn pocket altar.
Well, you had one that you made.
I made my own.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Bitch, please. You ain't seen nothing yet. Let's try me. No. But I did get one. It was like an Altoids can, and I didn't like it. I like making my own little pocket altar. Like I just do.
It's cool. What is that you're burning?
This is pine.
Pine?
Yes.
Maybe that'll resonate with me.
I hope so, because, well, actually, I really don't care, because I'm going to burn it anyway, but it'll be nice if it does. For you.
So I'm going to work on a Bebod altar before...
Yes, let's do that today, too. Let's put it on our list.
Yeah. Be something easy. I just got to get back into spiritual stuff. I've been too normal, real-world stuff, and I need to... I think working on an altar is a nice way to ease back into some stuff.
Yeah, with the tins, you can do all kinds of stuff. Like I made my own, and it was a big one, but when I carry it with me in my luggage, my checked luggage, they keep pulling it for checks for TSA because it looks like a gun case. I use you buy a little Case Logics, and I use the foam, and I created a space for it, and I just can't do that anymore. So what
happened to my little miniature altar table? I was wanting to show paranormal. You can keep it in a closet. It's like a little black. Very small, like a foot by a foot.
I was going to say, as a matter of fact, this is my altar right here.
And it actually had little carvings in it. Paranormal.
So this is my... Can you see it on the screen?
It hasn't caught up yet, but hold on. It was like paused or something.
Oh, that one is paused. You have to look in mine.
Oh, look where.
Brad does not know how to use a computer, so I will take care of it. Thank you.
I'm just trying to see.
So.
Oh, let me see if you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. It is a gun case, but.
Yeah. Well, not a gun case. This is a case that's used for guns.
Oh.
So it's got oils. It's got all kinds of stuff. I've got rocks, candles, my plate, my athame is in there, all kinds of stuff. And so I created this, but I don't use it anymore because again they pull my stuff every time. So, yeah. And I like to take the little incense cones because, number one, they don't smoke as much, so you can burn them in a hotel room.
I like that, Joy. Everywhere is an altar. For sure.
And then, yeah. So I'm going to probably go back to using the little Altoids one. But yes, everything is an altar. Yeah. I agree with Kelvin. That is a very good advice and Joy. Just placing whatever you can on your altar. Now, I like the visual aesthetic. So my altars have a little bit more stuff. And they get a little junky, and I like them that way. So we'll do some space on that.
So where were you thinking outside to do it?
Behind the shed?
Behind the shed?
Yeah.
Maybe we could go to that pottery place?
Yes.
I mean, as far as for the base
Old time
of it?
pottery or pottery barn. Oh, amazing.
For the base of it?
That's always a good option. Not to get too far behind, because we got to get on our topic. Altar is whatever you want it to be, however you want it to be. Think outside the box and think of things that make you think of the things you want on your altar and use them. And you can do them without people identifying it too. I think that's very smart. Both Kelvin and Joy, I think that's great advice because you can do both of those things without anybody even realizing you're doing an altar. Like for instance, just having a little garden table outside with certain plants. You can make that as your altar. You can have plants that represent different aspects if that's what you want. You don't have to do that. Just some ideas. And yeah, so astrological representations. I'm not going to do my normal forecast because it takes too much time. I'm just going to say, Sun is in Virgo. Thank you. It's my time.
Virgo.
Get out of my way because you will get trampled. Just is what it is.
Okay, wait till Sagittarius comes.
Oh yeah, I can control my Virgo. I don't know if you can control your fire.
Not much.
Moon we talked about is already is in waning gibbous, right? So that's again we're in the protuberant phase. That's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So think about magic that's drawing things down, things that are pulling in or making smaller, purging, which goes along with this time of year. It also goes along with the Virgo and Earth stuff because that's something we have a lot of trouble with. And I will be honest, I have been feeling a lot like purging, and I have been purging and moving and reorganizing things.
You have, that's true, very true.
Things are really getting done. It's my time. Now, I will say right now the moon is in Aries, so we're gonna kind of watch out for some of those things. It's really I would say from an Aries perspective, it's not a super heavy energy right now, just because we've got that waning feeling on top of it. But then we move into Taurus Monday and Tuesday, so this holiday is going to be very good, very grounded, very home. I think it's going to be great for me. It's very comforting to be in Virgo and then in Taurus because those are my two main signs in my sun chart. So I'm going to have a lot of... I'm feeling very stable right now. Like things are really in good place. Wednesday, Thursday, Gemini. So you've got this Virgo energy from the sun and this Gemini energy from the moon. So kind of looking at that second part of things and kind of paying attention to maybe keeping yourself from getting into too many things. And then we're going to go into Cancer next weekend, Friday, Saturday, which will be very nice.
I'm not real familiar with a Cancer sign. What does that do?
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
So Virgo works really well with Cancer. We're very complementary with water signs. And so in most cases... on a lot of things. Now, if I'm not mistaken, that has to... Okay, so we lost connection there for a minute.
Uh-oh.
I think.
Hey, can you all hear us?
Just double checking. We had a little hiccup on our thing here, our internet hiccup. Making sure everybody's still there.
I hope we didn't lose you all.
Just a quick check. Should be back already. Okay, good.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So... Yeah, this is the same hiccup we had last time when it started going in and out because they're working on the CenturyLink lines down on the main street.
Down up over yonder.
Yeah, they're repairing them finally. But yes, I'm not going to call somebody out, Cancer, unless you want to, because that can be personal information you may not want to share. But if you do, feel free. There's a couple of Cancers in there in the chat.
Oh,
And
I wish I knew other Sages.
So Cancer is a true water sign. I don't know why I said true, because water signs are water signs. Very in their feelings, very intuitive, very connected energies is how I can say it the most. So if you use a Virgo, Virgos can tend to be so grounded we disconnect. Too grounded. Air can be too not grounded and too disconnected way up high. Cancer is generally a bit, and fire. Water and fire are generally better about being in the center and the movement back and forth, because fire can go up and down as air can go up or water can go up and down.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So the intuitiveness of that is very important. So again, going back to what I was talking about with just the where the stars and everything is, one of the things that's very good going into from a Virgo standpoint in the sun, going into water, Cancer in the weekend. Means that this is a really good weekend for us to connect to the things around us and to the emotions and to the feelings and try to work on our intuitiveness. It's something that we, would want to do. Cap Aquarius, I can see that.
Cap Aquarius?
Mm-hmm. Pretty close on the cusp there.
Oh, that could be...
Aquarius is a really good... sign of it. I don't want to say it's a sign of intelligence, but Aquariuses are often very connected and want to learn more, want to know things. Not N-O, but K-N-O-W. Learn, want to pull more information in. academic usually, and if not academic, then very expert in certain things. It's very common. Another Aquarius, okay.
Oh yeah, water communication is beautiful. Communion is beautiful. Pisces.
Yeah. Water communion is going to be very interesting. We are planning on going to, or at least I am, assuming I'm not then sick at that point, because that's how this goes.
Yeah, I need to get more back in the ushering at the church.
PW, Pisces is one of the...
Melissa.
One of the... water signs that I get along with extremely well. Pisces, and I also get along, generally speaking, very well with Scorpio. One that I don't get along with a lot usually is Sagittarius.
Really?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, Sagittarius and me don't always...
why does it not resonate to you?
They get on my nerves.
Well, I can see that.
But being a good Virgo that I am, you can keep it normal. But yeah, all that stuff is in jest to a degree anyway, because there's really nobody that should rely on their sign to say whether you should get along with somebody or not. That would be stupid.
I wonder if you don't resonate with me too. Like Virgo doesn't resonate with Sagittarius.
I can guarantee you our interactions are muted by me.
I think I'm more I allow more than you do.
Virgo with fire, a true Virgo, more a Taurus, but a true Virgo with a fire sign, we constantly try to extinguish the fire because it's too hot for us.
Yeah.
And when I try to do that to you, you just fucking ignore me, and that gets on my nerves. That's probably why it works. But we know these things because we pay attention to them, and we know ourselves, and we work with ourselves. So that's kind of how we make things work.
All the fishes.
The Fishy Club.
F-I-S-H-Y,
Yes.
fishy, fishy, fishy.
L-I-Licky-C-K, Licky-Y.
So thank you.
I know. Next full moon, September 29th, but our next new moon is September 15th.
I really need new moon.
In Virgo.
I need new moon
I
for
need
my
new
new
moon.
job. I need to do something on the new moon for my new job.
I need new moon, but I tell you what I want to do on this new moon if I am local, which I won't be. I don't think. I think I'm going to be in Virginia. And I may do it in Virginia too, but I need to go into the ocean and come back out. That's something that I used to do periodically. I need that clean and refresh.
I need to do something because my fire, which sometimes gets me in trouble, but I don't usually regret it, is more likely to do like I did and basically tell an employer to go fuck themselves, that I don't need them.
Fire, fire, fire.
Which is true, I don't need them. I mean, we can all
Fire.
get jobs anywhere.
Yeah. So let's do 15 minutes on animals.
My titty.
And we might repeat these topics next week because we are talking too much, but I kind of like this setting.
I like this.
Don't want to keep it going for you because you're not feeling well.
And next week I want to talk about what I've done or anybody's
Not next week.
done. Oh, the next time I want to update on what we've done for our Mabon altar, and if anybody else has done anything, kind of what you've done.
Yeah, and don't forget, next week,
Thank you, Runnin'.
if you're local, is
I
Snoop
need
and
help.
Sides at the UUCFM on Saturday
that's
the
next week?
10th. It's the 10th. Was it the 10th? Is that next week? Yeah, it's a week from
I hope
today.
I feel better.
Next Sunday. I'm sorry, I said Saturday. Next Sunday.
I think I'll feel better
Yeah,
by then.
just hope that I do.
Yeah, oh yeah, true. Hope you do.
I usually get sick about 3 to 5 days after Rook.
Oh, Kuan Yin. Yeah. For the new moon, Joy. Kuan Yin for the new moon.
I am feeling after this 2 super moons that this new moon is going to be a really important one. I need some
gotta
I need some
observe it.
adjustment too.
You know, I need to do more stuff for the moons. I haven't done. I've been doing the main things lately, and I really miss the moons. That's where I got more. For me personally, I got a lot out of doing that.
Yeah, I will say this. It's hard for us to get out during the week. So, full moon, I really wanted to do the sound healing, but it's just really hard to do during the week because we're distance and stuff. But I'm glad. I'm sad that we missed it, but I'm glad that it sounded like it went very well. But animals, I want to ask a question. So let's get to our main topic. Do animals have a soul?
Oh my gosh. How can they not?
Yeah, her soul's about to burn through you for waking her up mid-sentence.
I'm sorry, Mom. I need your love.
I absolutely believe so.
Were they talking about Wednesday night, the hurricane night? Is that what they did? They actually did it still? Oh, wow.
Yeah, remember I was waiting for you, and you got stuck at work late, and then I was like, you know what, I can't get out in time.
I thought they surely would have canceled it, but that's cool that y'all did it. I bet that was freaking awesome.
I was really considering going by myself, but
You
I felt
should've.
guilty.
I was making sure my peeps were okay. Responsible for 112 patients and 119 staff at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet it was awesome.
And I had to do the calls and stuff for everybody. So, although by that point it was kind of past us, we were having trouble with our Tampa buildings, and then we had buildings in hospice in Georgia and South Carolina that got hit decently. So we were just busy.
Who's doing?
But I agree. I agree that animals have souls. One of the things that came up that I was very upset about, actually, was an article about a kid who had lost his dog, and he was in church kind of after the service, a Catholic church, and the priest said to him, "Oh, don't worry, your dogs don't have to worry about your dog going to heaven because they don't have souls; they won't go to heaven." And that kid eventually grew up and became pagan. One of the reasons was that conversation. And so I thought it was very telling and very interesting to kind of talk about, do animals have souls? I honestly, and think probably a lot of people will agree, they have souls. And not only that, it's a pure, more resonant soul than ours. And that we are lucky if we get to reincarnate as an animal, such as a dog.
Oh, God, yeah.
Animals definitely have souls. There's no question to me. So the practice of zoolatry or zoolatry is animal reverence or sacrifice. So it does include animal sacrifice and animal worship. I include animal sacrifice because of historically done. Definitely do not condone it at all, and actually condemn it. But it's easy to say that when we ate chicken and pork last night. You know. So, is there some semblance of blessing to the animals that gave their life for us to eat, even if we're not present during the time of its occurrence? And I think so, and I think that is part of a practice for me in respecting the food that we eat. If you do eat meat, and if you don't, then good, because I think that is a very valid way to go. I'm not going to say one is better than the other because it's not worth the discussion. But at this point with the time, so. I think animals definitely have souls without question. I don't think there's any option that they don't. There's nothing that will ever say that they don't for me. I did find a really neat article called "The Holy Dog: The Rite and Legend of a Pagan Cult in the Middle Ages," and it's actually a psychological paper written by a Jungian analyst in Germany. So I thought it was very cool. It kind of brings in Jungian's archetype, which we're going to talk about in a minute, with dreams. And this ritual and rite of the pagan cults, or it's called a cult in the paper, but that whole idea of animals in
You want similar meats? Or
whatchamacallit? No, I think I'm good with just the one. In ritual. So this is an actual pagan cult, self-described or described by them, in France. And it existed from the 1200s all the way through the 1800s. So we have documented, visual documented evidence of what they did. And it's really a researcher in the, I think it was the 13th century, it said, discovered a hidden place in the forest where people were coming to worship the corpse of a dog, or the leftover remains of a dog, over hundreds of years. You know, women brought their sick children to that area. And it really talks about this historical part and what is legend, what is true, what is a part of it. And I just thought it was very, very interesting how they approach it psychologically. So it's a psychological interpretation of what was the purpose of this ritual and what was the symbolism. The dog basically was a martyr. So my guess is, or their guess was, that the dog gave its life at some point for a human. And protection against maybe a wild animal or something. And then the animal was venerated by the peasants, and it was that martyr. And then, you know, from that point forward, that's the symbol of life and death. The Great Mother births us, and the Great Mother takes us back into her arms when we go into the ground. I thought it was a really neat article to kind of express why revering a dog or an animal is a valid practice, or a practice that's effective. And then, connecting it to Jungian analysis of the shadow and the things that we leave before us, that animals are pure. They do have a semblance of something that is just higher vibration than ours, I think.
No, agree.
Do we use animals in magic? Not really.
No.
I think we used. I used like nature as a part of it, and I think I picture animals in use sometimes of the things we're doing, like the stag, the centaur, fantastical and not. But truly, we have our dogs with us when we do stuff. Like they're here now.
I know they do magic on me. They definitely recharge us.
We call the Chihuahuas our chi chargers because they charge our chi or ki, our energy. They absolutely do. I like having animals around in magic. I like our pets being present. I use animals and symbols in magic, but I don't actually use animals in magic. It's more the symbols, the likenesses, and that kind of stuff. If you're able to share it, Manny, in what ways? Like what would something that you might do with the iguana? I think that would be very interesting. My contacts are fuzzy. My hat makes me hot too because it keeps my head from getting rid of all this extra heat.
Snake shed is a favorite. That sounds cool.
I think snake shed would be an awesome magical tool.
Feathers.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you use feathers. That's
true.
You
do use feathers.
I had a feather fall the other day while we were out eating at the Waffle House and landed right on my instrument cluster, so it's still there. And that was, to me, that was Lexi visiting.
Batoot.
So that was exciting.
Thank you, Batoot.
Lexi visits a lot. Usually right before or after a feather falls.
Hey, Drakey.
So,
ooh, look at the energies here. These places well dragon energy, animalistic, yes, and earth magic. The dragon magic. Oh, that's cool.
That is very cool. I like that.
The pharaoh.
Yeah, I've heard that before. A little bit about that. I guess at the same time of the pharaoh's passing, they would mummify the cat so that the cat could be with them in the afterlife because they were revered. Oh, I love that, Manny. That is too cool. I don't know. We just never really have used them in magic, but I don't think I'm versed enough in dragon magic to really focus or do anything with that. That might be a little uncomfortable for me, but you could. You have a connection to your two.
Who?
The one that bit you?
Oh, yeah,
and the one that hisses at you.
Elphaba.
And Dr. G.
Dr. G. Elphaba would be good.
I would love to hear more about dragon magic, like just in general.
You need to spend more time with Elphaba.
No, I'm good.
Like pick her up and stuff.
No.
She
I get
don't bite.
near the cage and she runs the other side from me.
She doesn't bite, though.
Yeah. Dr. G.
He bites.
Yes, he does. That's funny.
So I would not tell you to pick him up, but Elphaba would. She's cute.
I also learned by doing a little bit of research, so I'm not sure if it's 100% true, but Christianity generally disregards animals in practice, with some cases where they find it heretical to idolize or worship an animal. So that's something that we pay attention to. But then you have like the Egyptians and Chinese who have been working with animals and exalting animals for a long period of time, which I think is really cool. So it goes all over the place.
Draconian magic. Do you use it?
I have not used draconian magic. I wonder, probably directed more at Manny and see if he has.
Asenath Mason.
So, and I have that book too, by the way.
Channeling and absorbing the power and manifesting it in the world. I don't know what it means, but so
draconian magic would be, I would say, relative high magic of a level of manifestation, recognizing that the dragon energy is the highest and oldest energy representation of all things. I'm not 100% accurate or sure on that because that's off the top of my head from talking with a few people, and I have not. I'm interested in dragons. I've worked with some dragons with the assistance of other people, like Odin's Eye Tarot, and I've had some really great experiences. But that's not where my forte has been, so I'm not an expert to really talk about it.
Yeah, I forgot. I haven't been checking if he's done any more level 1 classes.
I don't know, but I need to do his level 2. The level 1 was really nice.
Ask him if he's doing any more level 1s or if he's not.
If he got enough people together, I think he would.
He just did. Weren't you the only one in his? Or
that time, yeah. There were supposed to be a couple other people that didn't show, but yeah. The level 1 Dragon Reiki class that he did was very nice, very meaningful, very direct. Like I enjoyed just spending that time with him and learning and having some experiences. So it was nice. There is some lore that also talks about that when the gods were threatened by the giants back when, they took animal forms to disguise themselves. And so that was how some animals, like the Egyptian gods, came to be. They say, I don't know how accurate that is, but that is one piece of lore because I'm sure there are many, many different ones. Yeah, draconian magic is more about the oldness of the magic and the highness of the magic, not as in like elevated, better than, or like high, but as in formal old working energies where the energy is the oldest energy that you can work with, and it is very manifestation related, is from what I understand. I mean, dragon magic is too, but it's really working with the dragons directly versus draconian magic is just, I could see how they would be different. It's just in my brain.
Many seen furries, dragon all turns jealous. That's funny.
I would be interested in doing a dragon altar at some point. Right now, we don't. We do have the dragons that were bestowed upon us and birthed to us from joy, and they are surrounded by some of the best tarot that I have and some of the best stones that I have, mostly jaspers and Jupiter stones, but very pretty.
I think I'd be interested in wolves.
Wolves?
For me. Not that they'd work with me or anything, but I think I'm interested
They would
in wolves.
if you wanted to. If you pushed it and you tried it, I think they would.
Wolves.
We do have Dragon Balls.
Oh, we do have Dragon Balls, and they're really powerful balls.
We're working through them.
I need to use them again. I think that would help me right now, actually.
We probably should. Let's do let's go.
I need to use them.
Let's go handle our Dragon Balls right after the tarot.
Nothing like a set of big balls. Just, they're very powerful.
I'm glad I marked this as not directed at kids.
Well,
so
5 cats. It's hard not to work with cats.
Yeah.
I think
You want
that
to?
will help me.
Do you want to spend a few minutes? It's right at 12 on dreams, or do you want to save that for next time?
We could save it.
Up to you.
Let's see. Oh, it is almost 12, huh? We could save dreams for next time. Yeah.
Everybody good with that? I think we've had a really good discussion on just general stuff, and I really like the talk about the dragons and about all the other stuff as well. When it relates to animals, pets, and magic, I do want to talk more about it. But we are at 12 o'clock, which is usually when we start tarot, and I'd like to pull some cards. So I think we might push that to next service, which will be 2 weeks from today, the 17th.
The 17th. Ooh, cool.
It'll be 9. So today's 9/3, so that would be 17th. Yeah. So we'll try that. I really do want to talk about dreams. I think that is great. We will definitely go into that more. So we'll start with dreams on the next one. And if we have time, we'll go back to animals.
Like dreams. Dreams, like
Now,
there's so many answers that come in dreams.
Now, even though we didn't talk about it, I will still say we should use Dream Tarot if you want.
Okay, let me see. I want a reading. Yeah. Let's see. We can do a couple.
So we're going to pull a couple of cards.
Yeah.
We're going to start with paranormal.
Paranormal. And then Running, and who else? Another type of Paranormal, Running, Dragon, Kelvin. I am a Wolf Dragon after all. Ooh, I like that. Full cards was running yesterday, but yes, please. Ooh, Joey. Furry, Ziggy.
All right, we are going to assume a general
Okay,
reading
let's
for
see.
everybody unless you say otherwise now.
Which one do you want to?
So far, we have, and I hope I have the right order, Paranormal Witch, Run in the Shadows, Dragon Dancer Kelvin, Joy Purcell, Ziggy Dreadful.
Yeah, she said.
Paranormal. Okay, so Paranormal, you actually got the button first, or you right before we started it. I'm going to be using the Druid Animal Oracle.
Ooh, sweet. Let's see. Oh, awaken
Definitely a favorite.
I'm sorry. Can you say bad words on here?
Yes.
I'm so sorry, and this is such a beautiful deck. Dream reading cards, but I thought it said awaken your cunt. Awaken your intuitive subconscious. I'm so
How
sorry.
did you get that out of
I
that?
don't know, but maybe intuitively it said awaken your cunt. So I don't know. Maybe I think I need to use this one.
I have the Cosmic Cunt Tarot.
Oh my god. Well, I'm going to use this dream one because it was speaking to me out of the two. Although maybe it was just
All
telling
right.
me the way it knew that I needed
I
to
have
read
no words.
it. Okay. But you're freaking...
No words.
Oh my god. I thought it said that. It was like what I heard it say, awaken your cunt.
Well, you definitely need to awaken yours. Don't you dare pee on my books.
Wow. Okay.
In the meantime, while we do that, guys, what do you think about the way we have it set up? I know I'm finding myself not looking at the camera more often, so I will work on that. But in general, does this look good? Okay, you guys like the layout? How do you feel about it? I'm going to have to do some shuffling.
Yeah, I got to shuffle. Do we need... I think obviously I need a little something to
I'm just going to
cleanse.
knock.
Okay.
Just
I'm
because
so
I don't,
sorry if I've offended these cards, but you're the one that told me that, so
I don't think they're offended.
I think they're the ones that told me that.
Now, just since we're talking about and using the dream cards, and this is going to be one of the topics that we'll talk about, I'm very interested in and really like working with Jungian archetypes and Jungian stuff into my magic and into my daily life. And one of the things that Jung talks about is that how if you go and look up, what does it mean in your dream when you're flying, for example, you can give a general idea of what it might mean. And the dream interpreter or analyzer or the Jungian analyst can give you guidance on how to potentially interpret it, but only the actual dreamer can interpret it within their own system of things. So as we talk about dreams and we talk about how to interpret a dream, while flying to me might represent the need to break free of something and really let yourself go in order to really do what it is you want to do, it might mean something slightly different to you based on what your hierarchy, your internal archetype is. So just keep that in mind, that when somebody says, oh, that in your dream means X, Y, and Z, that's only half the story. There's a lot more to it.
And sometimes you can literally hear your dreams telling you go, 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 go.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's very direct and others not so much.
Agree. Let me make sure this is still... Okay, good. It's still Herknunger. Because I don't want to get in trouble.
Hey, my petite.
My petite.
What does paranormal need to know for the week?
Alright, what does paranormal need to know?
Let's see.
Alright, it's going to take a minute for Rook to get it right.
What do you mean to get it right? Oh, to put that over there?
Because it should go that way.
Oh, that's beautiful. I can't see over here, like this, right?
Nope, you're right the
Over
first time. Yep.
Now,
Slide
can
it.
you all see this?
There you
right?
go. Yep, right there. Up. This way. Other way. Yep.
What is that?
That is the adder. Now, since this is an oracle deck, I am going to read for you what it says about the adder. This is just, to me, an amazing tarot by Philip and Stephanie Cargom, and we've used it quite a few times in our UU Cups classes and things, and kind of talked about pulling these cards there. So I like to read the book on these. Oracle cards I generally do read and look at the book meaning. So we have pulled something that I will not pronounce properly, but it's Nater, or the Adder, which means transformation and healing and life energy. So in this card, it's depicting a... Hold on one second. I'm sorry. I want to just double check that we're in the right... Yeah. The card depicts a pair of adders. Druids were sometimes called adders, and it is possible that the story of St. Patrick ridding Ireland of snakes refers to the Druids. In the background, we see the Druid snake stone altar in Cumbria, covered in ivy, a plant which, like the snake, is poisonous and yet also speaks of the mystery of death and rebirth, and of the soul's journey back through the labyrinth from this world to the next and back again. So when we draw this, we're talking about transformation and healing. It's the ability to glide into the darkness through crevices in the rocks, connecting it to the underworld, the other world, the realm of death, but also rebirth. So this is that connection to the sky father, sun god, and represents our ability to die and be born. It enables us to be born on earth of sexual energy, but also necessitates our death. So the practice of being born means you will die. And that is kind of what that transformation is. But the healing part is this part of being able to, like we already talked about, the shed, of shedding the thing that no longer serves you and growing it anew. So I think you should look at, be looking at and feeling and being in a part of your healing and your transformation, but not transformation from like one thing to another, but transformation from you back into you as a renewed and healed version of you.
All right. So I drew from the dream reading cards, Freedom. And this girl, she has completely let go in a good way. She is not thinking about anything. So, free yourself. I'm just reading the card now. Free yourself from limiting beliefs and attitudes. Be an advocate of freedom so others can be free to pursue their dreams. Unshackle the chains that bind you from being the person you want to be. Oh, I'm trying to see if they can see it.
I'm getting there. Slow down.
Oh, isn't that beautiful? Like she's just like, she don't give a what, right? She's just flying away. Oh, let me move it down.
No, that's perfect.
Oh,
I like it. I'm going to zoom us in a little bit.
so free yourself.
Ah! Okay. There we go. Free your mind and the rest
So
will
be
come.
free, Miss Paranormal, this week.
Be colorblind. Don't be so shallow.
All right.
Before you repeat, you gotta learn
Let's
how to see me.
Who's next?
Hopefully that gives you something, Mrs. P. Dubs,
Percy Moon.
and helps you, gives you a little bit of direction there. Run in the Shadows is next.
What should I do for him? The front deck or the Tarot Dreams? I think this one. This one.
I don't know that I'd be calling it the cunt deck. It might start biting in a minute.
Okay.
3 knocks.
Alright. What does We're in the Shadows need to think about for this week?
What do we got for Run in the Shadows? I know, Dragon, I'm sorry.
What? Oh, that's cool.
Ah, I mean, throw that at you.
Like
Water Dragon. Sir, we pulled for you the Water Dragon. Drag Uisish, I don't know how to pronounce that properly, but this is passion, depth, and connection. Card shows the Stoorworm. Stoor. I've heard that story. A great sea dragon whose head was like a mountain and his eyes like round locks, very dark and deep. Living off the coast of northern Scotland, he could only be appeased with the offering of 7 virgins bound hand and foot and laid on a rock beside the shore each Saturday.
Every Saturday?
So that's what you were doing last night. A young man called Asipatle killed him by riding a boat into his body and setting fire to his liver. As the dragon died, the crashing of his tongue made the Baltic Sea. As his teeth fell out, they made the Orkneys, the Shetlands, and the Faroe Islands. Finally, he coiled himself up tightly and crashed into the sea. And old folk say that Iceland is his body, the liver still burning beneath its smoldering crust. So the water dragon brings that which is hidden into the light of day. Memories and wishes, which may have long lain forgotten or repressed by the unconscious, may emerge to frighten or overwhelm you with their apparent negativity or destructiveness. Facing these experiences with compassion and courage will in the end bring you to an experience of a greater depth of soul and a greater sense of connectedness to all life. Although you may at times feel overwhelmed with emotion, with time you will be able to achieve a sense of balance and stability as these strong feelings are integrated into your consciousness. So what I'm gathering out of that, just from a reading perspective, is that it's pulling in a theory or a process of something that you're hyper passionate about, and that energy needs to be directed and used and formed into something, and that's going to take time, which it would anyway. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, I pulled for you, sir, relationships. And just looking at the card, this is telling me kind of like, you know, new friendships, partnerships. Don't feel guilty for prioritizing your time and not putting energy into people, places, or things that are not what you really care about or want to be spending time with. This is all about, to me, don't be feeling guilty. Your energy, your time is important. That's what I get from relationships.
So when you have that passion and things don't, you know, what you do anyway, you know, that's the focus. Let that go. Let that do.
All right.
Okay.
Run in. And, all right, here's your card.
Thank you. I think that gives me some...
Who's next? I hope that meant
good
something.
to work with.
I hope it meant something.
Dragon dancer, not for money, though.
I want to be a dragon dancer. All right. What district? That's the way to about. Okay. What does Le Dragon d'Acier need to know for this week? Oh, good.
Voulez-vous danser avec moi?
What does Miss Dragon need to know for the week?
What does this...
It is burning up in here now.
It is not. It feels great.
Oh my gosh.
Get away from me, you diseased spectacle.
The pestilence.
That's accurate.
Wow.
Guess I'm going on the motorcycle ride by myself tonight. Great.
Well, you left me last night to go cavort with friends.
It was good cavorting too, and good dinner, by the way.
I want to eat from that taco truck.
You want to eat from that taco? All right, Dragon Dancer.
All right, let's see. Oh, this is yours. Oh, she's pretty.
Dragon Dancer got the ram.
The ram?
Does ram have any real significance to you already? Like, is that something that you're familiar with?
This is for
the Gaelic name would be Righty? Wraith? I don't know how to say that. Sacrifice, breakthrough, and achievement, and I think that really fits in with what we know, especially with the manifestation that you guys are doing, because y'all are manifesting shit. So this card shows a ram with a U and lambs in the background. To the left, we see sheep bit, which is sheep kidney. Okay. And to the right, sheep sorrel. In the foreground grows stone bramble, and a ram-headed snake is carved into the rock. Okay. It's hard to see, but I see that down there in the bottom right. A little out of focus, but... Wraith brings the ability to achieve a breakthrough. I think you're right in the middle of that, honestly. Particularly attached to the place of its birth, the ram represents connection, rootedness, stability, and yet it also represents the power to penetrate, overcome, and achieve. Working with the ram as your ally will help you to find the inner strength you need to succeed. At the same time, you need not fear losing your head on the dizzy heights of success, because the ram will help to keep you grounded and will remind you of the practical necessities of life. By persevering, by being patient and attending to the needs of your daily life as well as your future goals, you will find the day comes when you achieve a breakthrough, accomplishing simply what you have set out to achieve and discovering that you've also come home. That is fitting. Let me just say fitting.
All right.
Yeah. I like it.
Some grossness going on.
There is some grossness going on.
And abandonment. Oh, I was glad for the peace so I could rest. Trust me.
I was glad for the quiet ride.
I'm kidding.
Usually,
All
when
right.
we're on a motorcycle ride, Mr. here sings into our microphone.
I thought you would like to have my singing.
No, I wouldn't. Go ahead.
All right, Dragon. For you, I pulled Transformation, which would make sense as for some changes come up, but in the change, what I get from this is you don't have to get rid of everything and change everything. Hang on to some things that are good, but I would take this partly, of course, as the move, but maybe is there more so with the move, not the physical change, but like what's that gonna do to your life or thought process or spirituality, being in a different place and being connected to different energies? That's what
I'm
I get
jealous.
from that. Yeah. Excuse me. Can you hold her? I just need to run to the bathroom.
Give me. Oh God!
sorry.
Don't wrap her
I'm
neck.
sorry, my petite. I'm sorry.
Jeez.
I'm sorry, my petite.
Need my baby. There's princess. I got princess.
Her name is Princess.
Oh, what a princess she is. Let me tell you. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of information, Mr. Dragon Dancer. Rook is going to run to the restroom, and as soon as he gets back, we'll continue on with Kelvin. We'll get some cards pulled here. But I will wait just a second for him. Close. Okay. This thing, I swear, is more valuable than anything else in this house. Well, all of them. I know all you guys agree because that's just kind of what it is, but they really are the most valuable things on this planet to me. Yes, you are. And you act like a queen. I can't reach the card with her, so yeah, you just get to lay. Hurry up. We got 3 more. Unless anybody else wants to add their name to the list.
We gotta do B. B wants one.
Kelvin is next.
Kelvin.
Beatrice wanted one. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay. We shall do.
Yeah, let's see. Rook. Oh yeah, I'm glad. See, I'm glad I didn't go when I was feeling bad, because I would not wanted to give this to any of you all, for sure.
Yeah. And I just went through being sick, completely unrelated.
Ron Kelvin.
And
Ron Kelvin, no.
I just went through being sick, very unrelated. And I'm hoping I don't get it next. So
You won't.
yeah, I don't want to get anybody at the building sick.
I know.
Kelvin is next. You pull first.
Oh, didn't you get Furry? Did you put down, can you check? I saw Furry Rage. He wanted one earlier, for sure.
Nope.
Yeah, put him, he was... Yeah.
Got it.
There we go. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, he did say it. I think
Got it.
Alright. Let's see.
Yeah, no, I didn't. We've got to get a poll or something. I got to see if I can figure out how to poll in here so that we don't miss them, because it's really easy to miss. But we'll make you next for a rage if that's okay with everybody.
Yeah.
Since I missed it. So we'll hit Kelvin real quick.
He of the watchers of the awesome TV shows and movies.
I want to break free.
I want to break free. So I hope everybody's heard Britney Spears' new song with Will I Am, Mind Your Business.
Mind your business, bitch. Pull a card.
Mind your business, bitch.
Don't, please. Please don't. Please, please.
I wonder how much we have to pay
Please.
to have that as the opening song for us.
Well, it'll demonetize the channel, so.
Oh, well.
And more than we would make in probably a lifetime.
Ooh, let's see. Small. Oh, all right. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, you want me to? All right. So I pulled, let me see if they can see it, the goddess.
Other way.
Embrace the feminine. What do you mean the other way? Up, down? Or over this way?
You can see it, so why don't you move it until you can see it?
Yeah.
The whole card. Can't see the whole card. There you
Okay.
go. So proud.
The goddess. Embrace the feminine. Don't pay attention to others that might try to make you feel like you're silly or your ideas are small. Your ideas are very big, but it's all about this week. Focus a little bit on the goddess through your week and see what she has to tell you. Is that Lilith? I don't know.
Could be.
Could be
have been.
Lilith,
Now the
the
crane
true mother.
is what I pulled for you, and the crane is actually the very first card I pulled for myself when I was going through and working through my own totems and power animals at the time, which I do periodically. And the thing about the crane is really about knowledge and learning and patience and things that are taking long times. And the crane bag, the ability to hold the things that are precious to you that have no end, right? There's a lot of stories around that. But this particular card shows a crane fishing in a pool. Its legs are crossed to show the Ogham letter Muin. And it gazes into the water, patiently waiting for a sight of a fish. Behind the pool is a cave entrance to the underworld, and in the evening sky, the full moon is rising. In the foreground grow bitter vetch, which is cattermeal from Cor, and bloody cranesbill. That's the name of the flowers. So in this case, the crane, or Cor, brings qualities of patience and perseverance. The crane will stand for hours peering into the water until the time is right for it to dart at its prey. Combined with the ability to be patient, the crane conveys the capacity to be focused and to be able to concentrate without distraction. It brings an ability to guide others into the underworld, to help them with their transition at the time of dying, or with their journeying in the inner realms. As well as conveying an ability to work in the underworld, the crane symbolizes arcane science, or secret knowledge, which in the Druid tradition is represented by the Ogham script, the tree language of Druidry. In its widest sense, learning this language involves learning to read the book of nature. So I would say the crane is representing you in a period of long learning, long working on something that is taking a long time, a lifelong event that you are in the midst of right now, that you are learning in the process and growing into. So I think that is where I would go with this particular card. The crane for me, when I pulled it, was really helpful in me learning how to utilize something that's endless, because I didn't properly utilize things that are endless, right? I will just continually fill that thing, or just go on that thing until you can't go anymore. And it is the ability to look at... Move your foot. Oh, you're bleeding on your neck or something.
No, it's Holy Death oil.
Oh. Ew, it stinks.
She was calling me.
Maybe I'm gonna die.
Smell it.
No, it burns. It burns. But the crane represents the need to continue that lifelong learning, inquisitiveness, and journey, but recognizing that even if the bag is endless, that doesn't mean you have to constantly and continually fill it, because it won't benefit you. So that is the crane. Kelvin, I hope that gives you some kind of insider information. I don't know what it would be, but that one speaks to me a lot. I love the crane. The whole thing.
Oh, sorry.
How many times are you going to start talking over me?
I'm sorry.
Sir.
I'm sorry.
We going to fight, y'all.
I don't feel well. I'm sorry.
You do it when you're not feeling not well. I'm about to extinguish that fire if it keeps going.
Can't help it.
Just kidding. No, I'm not. Furry Rage.
Furry Rage.
Furry Rage. Furry Rage, all the rage. I want to do some longer reads at some point.
Yeah, like pull up full spreads. We should stream and do that.
Yeah, I think
and
we
just
might.
do full spread reads for people, I think. Do it where we connect our energy and then pull cards.
Actually, yeah.
But do a
So
full
just-
spread.
Yeah, this is more of a Well, I don't want to say
There's
just
no
for
way
fun.
we could-
There's connection, but we obviously wouldn't be able to make it in time. But yeah, I think we should do a random stream of just tarot sometime.
There's no way we could do it on the service. Yeah.
Furry Rage, you too, sir, get a dragon.
Ooh, what
You've
is
got
that?
the air dragon.
The air dragon.
The air dragon, Draig Athar, inspiration, insight, and vitality. So, this card shows one of the dragons of Belly flying over the magical city of Dinas Afarion in Snowdonia. In the distance, a bolt of lightning reminds us that the Regathar, or air dragon, is one of the servants of the sky god. Coming into contact with the air dragon can be as a bolt of lightning in the psyche and intellect, and as such must be treated with the care and considerable respect. Sometimes manifesting as sudden flashes of illumination, Dragathar brings insight and clarity to your thought and imagination. As conveyor of numinous power, the air dragon can be seen as a symbol of visitation, for he's a messenger of the sky god. So air dragon, to me, is the messenger dragon. This is the Mercury. This is the I have news, and it is going to come to you, and that news is going to be of a new process or a new logic for you or a new path of information for you that's going to be like, holy shit, that just happened. Now I'm going to run down that list, take that message, and learn something new.
All right, I really like this card. I pulled Trust. And what this is telling me is trust in yourself, don't doubt yourself, but don't place trust in others lightly. But mainly that trust, don't this week, don't second guess a decision you've made or something you're doing or path you're on. Know that you're doing the right thing. And that's a very cool and reassuring card.
Yeah, I think that goes along really well with the air dragon,
trust.
because the air is about that knowledge base, that brain, that intuition, that focus. So I like that. That's pretty cool.
That would be awesome. Run in these shadows. I hope that gave a little bit of insight for the week. Here you go. I like that trust card.
Trustful baby.
We're on Joy.
With a trustful baby. Picture a place where it all doesn't hurt. I like that song. It's a really good song if you haven't heard it. Trustful, Pink. Pink's amazing.
Is it as good as Britney Spears?
Better.
Mind your business, bitch.
Better, by far, without question. Up, down, left, and right, no question. Sure is, yes.
Furry. Yeah.
Furry.
Hey, furry. Yes. Yes. Oh God, did I say the wrong name? I probably did. What is Dragon?
Joy
what is
Purcell.
Joy. Got such a nice name. All right. That's pretty.
Yes.
Is she in? Nope.
Hind. Hind. Elid.
Oh my gosh.
Subtlety, gracefulness, and femininity. Femininity. So this card shows a white hind in a forest, or hind. I'm not sure how to pronounce that way. In late summer or early fall, acorns hang heavy from the oaks. The hind causes us to follow her deeper into the forest. Standing in a shaft of sunlight, she appears so elusive, we're not even sure she's of this world.
Ooh.
When she shows us the gentleness of grace and the feminine principle. Whether male or female, opening to the qualities of the hind will enable you to achieve greater degree of sophistication, subtlety, and elegance in the best possible senses of the term. Hind, thank you. Deer, and the white hind in particular, call to us from the other world, from the realm of Fae, and invite us to look beyond the material and superficialities of life, toward the heart of things, and toward the realm of causes rather than the effect. Poised in moon or sunlight, Hind invites us to begin an exploration of a new other world, of the spiritual dimension of life, but the part that you have not experienced as of yet. New experience in spiritual poise and elegance. I like that. That's very pretty.
I like this. I pulled magic. Of course, you're magic. But this week, I think, it's not just about this week coming up, knowing about and recognizing the magic in you and what you're doing, but it's taking time to pick up and enjoy and appreciate the magic in others this week. Maybe I don't know if you're mentoring someone specific or working with somebody specific this week, Joy, but this tells me I get that you will should look out and enjoy observing the magic in others this week. So maybe it's somebody that you're working with.
Yeah. I mean, something like in my mind, just with the cards, I'm just picturing like the portal opening up in the middle of the forest somewhere and just being there to witness the magic of it all. I think that is so pretty.
All right,
so pretty.
And we're on her own.
Are we?
Or are we not? I don't know. Let me see.
We have Ziggy Dreadful next. And
Ziggy
then
Dreadful.
Her own witch. So we're almost there, guys. Ziggy is up next. And then Her Own Witch.
Ziggy Dreadful needs to know this week.
Pluck the string of the web of weird. Connecting to the Ziggy.
I hope in connecting to you all, I don't give anybody else sickness. I'm just kidding. I know that's not going to happen.
All right, Ziggy.
Oh, that's pretty. That's a nice card.
Ziggy starts with the stag.
I don't know if you can see it.
Dom. Dom the Bard. Stag the Bard. Pride, independence, and purification. I hate the word purification, so let's see what it says, because I don't think that means what comes to mind. I don't like it. Pride and independence. Let's just stick with that. Ziggy. So the card shows a stag bellowing as it stands before a gateway of birch trees. My favorite tree, by the way. Birch trees, amazing. Love them. According to Druid tradition, the birch is the tree of beginnings, and the stag is a creature from the beginning of time. The gateway represents the place of transition from this world to the other world, and the stag is often seen as the otherworldly messenger. On the rock beside him is the carved figure of a man wearing antlers, Cernunnos, Herne the Hunter, or Merlin, or all three. The plants in the foreground are all associated with stag, pennycress, mountain sorrel, common asparagus, and heathrush. Dom brings us the qualities of grace, majesty, obviously not grace with words for me, grace, majesty, and integrity. Contemplating the stag can help you achieve a greater sense of poise and dignity. If you're ever confronted with a situation in which you feel vulnerable or under scrutiny, such as in a court of law or a public appearance, by attuning to the stag and asking for the protection of his spirit, you'll find yourself feeling calmer, stronger, and more dignified. The stag signifies independence too, both spiritual and physical. By drawing the card, you'll be able to find strength to gain and maintain your independence. In Ogham, the Druid language of the sacred trees, the stag is related to both the birch tree and the number 1. The birch is associated with the blessings of beginnings. It is auspicious to draw this card when contemplating a new project. The stag's connection with fertility and sexuality signifies that you'll find a way to bring dignity, grace, power, and integrity into your sexual life. Ba-da-da-da-da.
Well. All right.
That's some stuff.
Ziggy.
Yes, asparagus.
All right, Ziggy. I hope you can see these cards. I drew for you nature, Gaia.
Oh.
Let me put it back. So, of course, one of our topics was nature and animals today, but this one, it reads, respect the beauty of your body as you respect Mother Earth. Remain connected to nature. You are being protected. But yes, maintain that, that connection to nature and Earth this week.
Yes.
Yep, be connected. All right.
Connected. I hope that gives you
they
some...
can't even see it. Hold on. Let me move them down.
Shocking.
I'm gonna get myself connected.
The writing's on the wall. Give me my card. Stumble, you might fall. Stumble, you will fall, because I'll push you.
You would do that, too.
Yeah.
Her own witch.
Her own witch.
You're
Ziggy.
welcome, Ziggy.
I hope that helps. Gives you some guidance.
Why does asparagus fits with the stag?
It looks like a long penis.
Oh.
I've learned not to be codified in my comments with Rook. Logic defies him. But it's all about her own witch now. Is it her own witch? Huron witch. Why I keep saying her? It's Huron
I say
witch,
her
isn't it?
own, but it's probably not.
I think it's
you're
heron,
right.
like a bird.
I think it's her own witch.
Her own. It is her own. You're right.
Or it could be, but it could be heron.
I wrote it wrong on my list.
No, it could be heron.
I've been calling it you her own witch until it just now I
Yay.
wrote it as her Huron witch.
Her
and I left
own.
it W. Her own witch. That's what I thought.
thought
Okay, good.
so.
Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, sorry about that.
All right. Her own. Yes.
I know your name, so maybe it's just easier. Like everybody calling me Mystic. Maybe I should just drop that out of my name. Her own witch.
Yeah. I like it.
I like Heron witch too. Heron. But it's no Heron in the Druid Animal Oracle. It's the Raven.
The Raven. Ooh, that's
Both
a cool
the Raven,
thing.
nevermore. Raven or Brawn. Healing, initiation, and protection. So we pulled today for you her own witch, not the Heron, but the Raven. The card shows a raven perched on the bare winter branches of a beech tree that grows beside an ancient mound. That is of the White Mount, in which is buried the head of Bran, and of which in later times we raised the Tower of London. Bran offers initiation, protection, and the gift of prophecy. What is meant by initiation in practice may be as formal as actually as undergoing... I did not read that properly. What is meant by initiation in practice may be as formal as actually undergoing an initiation ceremony, or as informal as, for example, being initiated into the mysteries of a new post or profession. It marks the death of one thing, which gives way to the birth of another. The power of the Raven can also bring you the very deepest form of healing, which is achieved through a process known as the resolution of opposites, giving you the possibility of resolving conflicts that have long lain buried in your unconscious or perhaps in your past.
Oh, connection went out.
So,
he said. Yes, he's looking at it right now. Oh,
Hold
maybe
on.
not. Okay, let me see.
Hold on. I think we're back. I don't know why it's been doing that. I think we're still connected.
All right, I drew. Speaking of the connection card,
Good. Hopefully you got all that, her own witch. If you didn't, just let me know, because we had an error on this end, but I think we're okay.
we are all connected by a universal sea of energy. All that you think and do will have an effect on the world. Reach out and connect with the world around you through love. It's a nice card.
Very much so. I was just thinking, in the end of it, and connection goes with the Raven a lot. It's really about, getting that whole new process or that new thing or whatever it is that's in that long piece of journey with the healing process. So, all right. I don't know why we're having some of those issues. I'm assuming it's just the internet. It might be the Wi-Fi going in and out because they've been working on, like I said, the internet. But I want to say. Is there anybody that we missed?
Right, connection and the card.
That is a very good point. Did I miss anybody though?
Stay connected.
Does anybody want a card to pull before we shut the box down? Excuse me.
All right.
We'll give it just a second. And then we'll go to Rook's favorite part, which I still have not adjusted yet, but we need
to update our slide.
Yeah, we got more people to put on it.
We got so many more people to do.
So many more.
Manny says, "Pull him one."
I got you, Manny.
Many, many, many.
It's just another mystic Manny. Ooh. I don't know where to go from there.
I don't either. I was trying to think of like saying how he moved to wash all that stuff, but it just didn't rhyme. I couldn't think quick enough.
Shocker. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Manny got blank slates.
I can't see.
I'm getting there.
You need to be more quick.
Nobody saw that because it was under the table. Ha. Now you can flinch if you need to.
I love it, Manny.
Yeah, this is blank slate. So there are 3 blank slates in this deck. They are designed to either be utilized as blank slates, or you can draw on them whatever animal you want that may not be included in this deck. I leave them blank because I think it means, to me, it's that open slate. It really does represent right now for you the energy of needing to allow things to be open and do whatever it is they do. Don't put constraints on what you're working on. Don't put limits on the things that you enjoy and that you are actually engaged in, or things that you may not have done previously or normally. You're going to want to let them open and let them be. This is actually the same lesson that I'm kind of on right now, is stop. I'm putting too many limits on things. Boundaries are good, but they can also be boundaries to growth, right? And so I have over-boundaried some things, and so I'm pulling some of those boundaries back in the right place to allow myself to experience things better. And I think that's the same for you here in this blank slate. There's boundaries that need to be in place, but some things that you may not have otherwise done, you're going to want to let those boundaries go and just let whatever happens and come into life, and just draw your own picture. Pull your own animal out of the hat, maybe a rabbit, and run with it, and it will be the right thing. Allow, yes, organicity.
All right, and I pulled action. Take some form of action without regrets. Examine what is holding you back from taking action and cut it loose. You will get the most immediate results through acting decisively. No maybes.
Take action. Oh, I like it. And those go really well together, right? You're letting things flow and taking action to do the things that maybe you didn't do otherwise or previously. Very nice. I like it. So, my petite says we got to go. We're about to go.
Hey, my petite. Tell everybody bye.
Bye. I'm a part pit bull. 21% or 22%. Manny, I hope that gave you a little bit of fun information and
Tabby.
guidance. Hey, happy Sunday, Tabby. Now we are just heading out. We're just finishing up. So we do appreciate you guys coming in, stopping in. Rook is going to go through his favorite part, I believe.
Yeah, but it needs to be grossly updated.
It does need to be grossly updated, but not as gross as him.
Wow.
Stop it. So we're going to do that, and then we'll hop off. I will say this. I'm going to relax for just a little bit. We'll probably have lunch. And then I will probably be back on, at least in Discord in the Two Pondering Pagans, hanging out. Probably in about 45 minutes or so. Maybe a little earlier, playing some games.
Cool.
And if Rook doesn't feel like playing games, then I'm going to be in Starfield. So,
But I'd really like to play Sons of Forest or
get your own.
some of the others. Okay. Oh, I can't see this. But let
Give
me
it a
stand over-
second.
Oh. All right, please check out all of these awesome creators, witches, and wonderfuls, and this will be updated before the next service.
Then you're going to be
From
updating
the Cauldron Witch on Instagram and from the Cauldron Witch Tarot on Instagram, Paranormal Witch on YouTube, and Lady Rose 819 on Instagram. You got to check out her blogs on Instagram at Lady Rose 819. Unexplained Possibilities on YouTube and Unexplained Possibilities on Instagram. We all know and love Melvin. Ziggy Dreadful on Twitch. If you stop by when she's streaming, she might just invite you to play a game, and it's always a good time. Mavethel on Twitch. Now, I don't know if these are the current names, but I'll say them. Adius Dade on Twitch and Instagram.
It's also now Adius Date on YouTube.
Adius Dade on YouTube. And
So it's Adius Date on Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay. And we are Two Pondering Pagans on YouTube and Facebook, Two Pondering Pagans on Twitter. I'm Rook Tempest on YouTube and Rook_Tempest on Instagram. And this handsome guy next to me who's a comedian is Mystic Salann on Twitch and Salann Bowen on YouTube. Thank you so much for spending some of your Sunday with us. We really appreciate it, and hope you have a great, relaxing 3-day weekend.
Thank you guys. Have a wonderful day. We hope to see you later playing some games and talking to us.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that in my petite's voice. Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Love y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Hush.